I would like to see something evolve, because first of all, I look to the traditional sources, and we can't get into this tonight, the perspectives that I've put together for what I'm conceiving of as the university of the future and the community that could grow up around this university of the future, because we got to reach back to the traditional modes of learning. We can also look at the best of what we've learned about in our own time, and it's not a monopolistic system governed by controlled by the government that's deciding curriculums. And we've gotten to the point now where it's become so politically correct, and the stuff they're feeding kids are coming out, they can't read, they can't write, they don't know mathematics. What is happening? Right, and that's a symptom, because to me, I'll tell you what I think. I think the whole system of education is driving kids crazy. And then you give them the drugs to go with it. Yeah, it's a bad system. And I think it's incredibly important that we begin to come up with alternatives to that. And that's a big part of what I'm going to plan to be doing with, say, the next decade. And so this is literally going into a search for a site that will be good to lay this cornerstone down and begin to build this thing as an alternative. So this is going to be, there's a newsletter that's coming out regularly. Sign up for that. Every month it'll come out and there'll be news about what's happening. There's a really core group of really great, awesome people, creative people coming together around this idea. HowTube is going to probably end up in the stratosphere in the next few years. It has all the potential to do that. As the other mainstream guys are more and more about censorship and suppressing of alternative ideas, HowTube is very much about an open platform where we have free expression of alternate and ideas. And I think that HowTube could emerge as a great platform for really creative people. I'm allied with them, Brad's allied with them, Stephen, we're all working together. Mike Robertson is the one who's CEO of HowTube. It's HowTube that's handling the live stream of this event. Yeah. So there's going to be some incredible things happening in the next couple of years. So for those of you that are interested in getting involved in this adventure, sign on, get in the loop so you know what's going down the pike. And we're going to be having more events, a variety of events, yes. Absolutely. In other words, when we lay out that cornerstone, we're going to use the ancient sacred principles. We're going to start by having a sensitive determine where that naval center is, which this enterprise, which this infrastructure can grow out from organically. There we set the pole. And then from that pole, we lay out the geometric template right on the land. We orient it to the passage of the heavens. We orient it to the structure and pattern of the rock, the bedrock, the motion of the water, the type of soil beneath our feet. And then we proceed to create this infrastructure, and in the same principles as our ancestors did over and over and over again on all the lands of the planet, but in a modern idiom. With, we're not adverse to using modern technology where appropriate. But at the same time, we're not adverse to using the ancient principles as well either. And this is where the Holy Grail stuff I wanted to show you a little bit of, but we'll have opportunities for that. Because hidden in there, I think, is the technological secret of the type of technology and science that was used by these antediluvian cultures. And it looks very different. And I think that in the 20th century, one researcher who I think was on the verge of bringing together information that would shed light upon the type of technology was Nikola Tesla, whom I'm sure all of you have heard of. Yeah. Okay.